prep post-game show on there. If you're listening on the radio, just stay on the channel you're on and you can listen to it from there. We'll see you next week, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Pegram Insurance Services in Shelby is now All Care Insurance Services, and they invite you to see their newly remodeled office and talk with them about your insurance needs. If that's too far away from you, they have an All Care Insurance location in both Gastonia and Belmont areas. All Care Insurance has strived to be the best by providing quality insurance coverage with great commitment to customer service. Whether you need coverage for your home, auto, business, life, or something more, their experienced agents are there to help you. Visit one of their convenient locations, 220 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, 4515 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia, and 7005 Suite E Wilkinson Boulevard in Belmont. That's All Care Insurance Services. 100 years of anything means a lot. And at Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, you'll find over 100 years of combined motorcycle experience. So they must be doing something right. If you're in the market for a new bike, trike, or four-wheeler or ATV, see the folks you can depend on for sales, service, and parts. That's Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, with over 100 years of combined motorcycle experience. Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. You'll feel better with a stop at Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville. Industry, from crowns and bridges to root canals and implants. For your appointment, call 704-482-3281 or visit the website at shelbydentist.net. Yes, smiles are the specialty at Family Dentistry in Shelby, located at 416 West Warren Street in Shelby. Kids love them. Hey, and you will too.
The Train Comfort Specialist. He's so reliable that buses set their schedules to him. Once, he was the best man for a guy he didn't even know. He's never used a snooze button. The unstoppable Train Comfort Specialist. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Your train dealer is Forest City Heated and Air at 457 South Broadway Street in Forest City. Call 828-245-1379. Remember, it's hard to stop a train. With CF Moto, you have the power to conquer more. From rocky creek beds to colossal mud pits to wooded mountainsides, CF Moto high-performance vehicles rip through the toughest terrain with ease. Outfitted with custom-designed, liquid-cooled four-stroke engines and an unmatched assortment of standard features, the CF Moto ATVs and Side-X sides do more than crush trailheads. CF Moto, available now at Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Come in now and save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages, refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwave ovens. Let Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center put a package together for you. Again, save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday. 100 years of anything means a lot. And at Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, you'll find over 100 years of combined motorcycle experience. So they must be doing something right. If you're in the market for a new bike, trike, or four-wheeler or ATV, see the folks you can depend on for sales, service, and parts. That's Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, with over 100 years of combined motorcycle experience. Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Why service your vehicle at Renato Honda in Shelby? Well, the answer is simple. Their Honda Masters certified technicians aim to make your life easier with pickup and delivery up to 25 miles. Service loaners are available, plus Saturday hours to fit your busy schedule. The Renato Honda team provides premium upkeep for both your vehicle and you, with Wi-Fi, snacks and coffee, and a clean showroom to browse around. Enjoy getting your vehicle serviced at Renato Honda. Best service, best prices, best selection, one location. Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall. Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory is Shelby's favorite locally owned family pizza restaurant. Come and see why. Jammin' Jay's features a pizza buffet and salad bar, and they've got a fantastic game room. Call for information on birthday parties. 704-600-6182. And now Jammin' Jay's has gluten-free pizza with any topping. Also on the menu is vegan cheese pizza with any topping and even liver mush pizza. Jam and Jay's Pizza Factory, 1011 Grove Street, just off Highway 74 bypass behind the Golden Corral in Shelby. That's Jam and Jay's Pizza Factory.
From Shelby, turn off Highway 74 at Highway 226. Up Highway 226 to the caution light at Zion Church Road. There on the corner is Kibo's. Been there for over 20 years. Kibo's, where you'll find Hunt Brothers Pizza, snacks, candy, chips, also soft drinks, hand-dipped and packaged ice cream, bread, tobacco products, and much more. Yes, that's Kibo's. And don't forget to fill that vehicle up with gasoline at Kibo's, 226 North at the caution light in Shelby.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Attention Kmart Pharmacy customers. You are welcome at Medical Arts Pharmacy on Grover Street in Shelby and Professional Pharmacy on East College Avenue in Bowling Springs. Bring your prescription transfers to your hometown locally owned pharmacies. All you need is your prescription bottle for your transfer. So if you've been a Kmart Pharmacy customer, you are invited to transfer your prescriptions over to Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street in Shelby, and Professional Pharmacy, 139 East College Avenue in Bowling Springs. Your locally owned and operated hometown pharmacies. Now's the time to buy your...
Welcome back. Welcome into this edition of the Prep Scoreboard Show. I am Carson Dockery. Had a couple good games on the KTC family of networks tonight on WLON. You were able to hear Ken Link, Tim Johnson, as East Lincoln really has no problem with Wheatmore, 81-63. Get into the specifics here in just a little bit. But you also heard on WHS a thrilling ending to Shelby and Mountain Heritage. Also talk about that ending in just a little bit. But first, want to go through all the scores we have. Want to try and gather as many stats as I can for you guys. If you have stats, send it in to us on Twitter at KTC Broadcasting, myself at Carson Dockery. We run about 30 different Twitter accounts, so you've got your choice. Any which way you can send it in. Give us a call here at the studio. I'll be here if nobody else. I'd love to talk to you. Love to hear what maybe you saw, maybe what stats you had, what games you were at, all that good stuff. But first, I want to go over the scores that I have right now. We're going to start in the girls, and Kings Mountain falls in Union County to Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson 58, the Kings Mountain girls 47. Ends a lot of really great high school careers for a lot of girls over at Kings Mountain. Hannah Clark, Sarah Drennan. I mean, that was one of the better teams in our area this year. You hate to see them fall, but obviously you got to give them credit for as good as they were over the course of the season. Obviously, regular season, Big South Champs Conference Tournament runners-up. Great season over there for Coach Inman and the Lady Mountaineers. Also, up in Catawba County, Newton Conover falling to East Burke 77-56. Another really good girls team that their season is over now. Great season by the Lady Red Devils of Newton Conover. Into the boys, as I mentioned, you heard this one on WLON. Tim Johnson, Ken Link on the call. East Lincoln 81, Wheatmore 63. John Bean explodes for 35 points. He also has 4 assists. Sydney Dollar, no slouch, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. And Justin Cuthan, 13 points and 8 rebounds. Good, solid, all-around team effort for East Lincoln. They're going to be taking on East Rutherford, I believe on Tuesday. That's when we're going to have our next round of high school playoff action. East Rutherford, really no problem with Walkertown, 75-64. East Rutherford is a team that we're familiar with, obviously in the Southwestern 2A, in the conference with Shelby, who's still alive. We're going to talk about that one here in just a few. Shelby, South Point, it's a team that I believe Shelby beat earlier in the year, so that'll, be that'll be interesting if nothing else. Also, sticking in the 2A, you heard this one on WOHS. You had Kevin Hastings and Jason Sane on the call on that one. Shelby 56, Mountain Heritage 54. Deshaun Christopher with the buzzer beater 3-pointer to give the Golden Lions a trip to the fourth round. Yeah, that's your sectional champs now for Shelby. They're going to be taking on a very high-powered, very well-rounded Forest Hills team. They have no problem with North Davidson. They get the running clock going in that one pretty early. Forest Hills 101 points. North Davidson 58. Got a good team over there in Marshville. Forest Hills is it'll be a really good matchup between Shelby and Forest Hills. In the 3A, rough night for Kings Mountain. Rough night for Mountaineers fans as the boys fall to Charlotte Catholic, and I know you've heard that story probably one too many times. Charlotte Catholic 66, Kings Mountain 51. That ends a lot. Speaking of a lot of great careers ending at Kings Mountain on the girls' side, you got it ending a lot on the boys' side as well. Zeke Littlejohn, not Kobe Pacehour, Eli Pacehour, John Harmon Melton. That was a very deep senior-laden group. That was one of the best around here, and you hate to see it end, but obviously, like to say, when it does end, you want to make sure that these guys are getting the credit that they deserve and that they've earned playing hard for Coach Pierce. Obviously, that's another guy you give your heart out to right now. Coach Pierce puts as much into that team as any coach. So you hate to see a season end like that, but like to say, you give them credit when you can. Charlotte Catholic is going to be taking on Southwest Guilford, and this wasn't confusing at all for me looking up scores. You had Southwest Guilford 88, Southern Guilford 59. Southwest taking on Southern. Somebody got real lazy with the names out there. And then High Point with their high schools. Also looking for a score for North Stanley at Lincoln Charter. Real quick, want to go over everybody who's left now in the 1A, 2A, and 3A men's brackets real quickly. In the 1A, we're going to start in the 1A. The 1-9 matchup taking place tonight, Winston-Salem Prep and Bishop McGinnis. Winston-Salem Prep is a 1A school that can compete probably on just about any level. That's a really good, really stacked team. Obviously, we talked about North Stanley and Lincoln Charter. Lincoln Charter, very good team that could probably compete with 2A and 3A schools, really no problem. And continuing on the west side, North Rowan will defeat Hayesville 56-50 as they move on. And a couple schools, once again, that we're pretty familiar around here with in the Southern Piedmont 1A, at least during football time. Pine Lake Prep taking on Community School of Davidson, no final on that one. And all that on the western side. Look on the eastern side, just out of curiosity. Washington Central, I believe, is the school. Let me make sure. That is Washington Central. Washington County, excuse me. They are the Panthers. They're the 1 seed, taking on the 24 seed Chatham Central. On the other side of that bracket, Granville Central taking on West Columbus. On the bottom end, that is Northwest Halifax, the Vikings. They're taking on Roxborough Central. Roxborough Central coming out, or Roxborough Community. I believe that is Community. Yep, Roxborough Community taking on Northwest, and Roxborough coming out on top. So a team only one game over 500. Roxborough Community at 15-14, making it all the way to the Elite 8 of this North Carolina High School Athletic Association playoffs, and they will be taking on the winner of John A. Holmes and Henderson Collegiate High School. Henderson Collegiate, no slouch on the season, 28-2. They're the 2 seed on the eastern side of the 1A men's bracket. Move over into the 2A men's. These are a couple teams we're more familiar with, obviously. East Lincoln going to be taking on East Rutherford after they win against Wheatmore 81-63. They're going to be taking on East Rutherford, who are 75-64 winners over Walkertown. On the bottom end of this 2A Western bracket, Shelby, obviously, with the buzzer-beating winner over Mountain Heritage. They're going to be taking on the winner, Forest Hills, who won 101-58 over North Davidson. Looking on the eastern side of things in the 2A, Farmville Central will be taking on, or they are taking on Kinston tonight. Kinston, obviously, a lot of basketball history out there, home of Brandon Ingram and several other really well-known basketball players out there. Reedsville taking on Vance County in the 5-4 matchup on the other side of that bracket. On the bottom side, you have Carrboro falling 72-66 to Hertford County. So Hertford County will be taking on the winner of First Flight and Green Central. And that's your 2A men's bracket. Let's move to the 3A men's. In the 3A, as I mentioned, Southwest Guilford winners over Southern Guilford. They're going to be taking on Charlotte Catholic on Tuesday, as the Charlotte Catholic Cougars beat Kings Mountain 66-51. On the bottom side of the 3A West bracket, Freedom taking on A.L. Brown. That's a good matchup of a couple really good historic teams. On the bottom end, once again, Cox Mill winners over Mount Tabor, so Cox Mill is going to be taking on the winner of Freedom and A.L. Brown. Looking over on the eastern side of the 3A men's bracket, Hillside, no problem, 67-33 winners over Southern Nash out there in really far eastern part of the state, out near Rocky Mount. Southern Lee just falling to Walter M. Williams, 61-58. That's on your upper east bracket. On the lower east bracket, Eastern Alamance and Westover. The winner of that one going to be taking on Northern Nash as they took down Northwood 58-52. So, going to go hunt some more scores, you guys. We're going to come back, hopefully round out this basketball, talk maybe a little bit more about baseball. We also got girls soccer. Anything you want to send me, high school, middle school, any kind of sports. Maybe you're a college kid and your intramural team is playing great. I'll take it. I'll shout you out. Just give me some good stats. And I think that's about all we got for this one. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back on KTC Broadcasting.
Available now at Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Come in now and save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages, refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwave ovens. Let Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center put a package together for you. Again, save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday. 100 years of anything means a lot. And at Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, you'll find over 100 years of combined motorcycle experience. So they must be doing something right. If you're in the market for a new bike, trike, or four-wheeler or ATV, see the folks you can depend on for sales, service, and parts. That's Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, with over 100 years of combined motorcycle experience. Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Why service your vehicle at Renato Honda in Shelby? Well, the answer is simple. Their Honda Masters certified technicians aim to make your life easier with pickup and delivery up to 25 miles. Service loaners are available, plus Saturday hours to fit your busy schedule. The Renato Honda team provides premium upkeep for both your vehicle and you, with Wi-Fi, snacks and coffee, and a clean showroom to browse around. Enjoy getting your vehicle service at Renato Honda. Best service, best prices, best selection, one location. Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall. Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory is Shelby's favorite locally owned family pizza restaurant. Come and see why. Jammin' Jay's features a pizza buffet and salad bar, and they've got a fantastic game room. Call for information on birthday parties, 704-600-6182. And now Jammin' Jay's has gluten-free pizza with any topping. Also on the menu is vegan cheese pizza with any topping, and even liver mush pizza. Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory, 1011 Grove Street, just off Highway 74 bypass, behind the Golden Corral in Shelby. That's Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory.
From Shelby, turn off Highway 74 at Highway 226. Up Highway 226 to the caution light at Zion Church Road. There on the corner is Kibo's. Been there for over 20 years. Kibo's, where you'll find Hunt Brothers Pizza, snacks, candy, chips, also soft drinks, hand-dipped and packaged ice cream, bread, tobacco products, and much more. Yes, that's Kibo's. And don't forget to fill that vehicle up with gasoline at Kibo's, 226 North at the caution light in Shelby.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Attention Kmart Pharmacy customers. You are welcome at Medical Arts Pharmacy on Grover Street in Shelby and Professional Pharmacy on East College Avenue in Bowling Springs. Bring your prescription transfers to your hometown locally owned pharmacies. All you need is your prescription bottle for your transfer. So if you've been a Kmart Pharmacy customer, you are invited to transfer your prescriptions over to Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street in Shelby, and Professional Pharmacy, 139 East College Avenue in Bowling Springs. Your locally owned and operated hometown pharmacies. Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay zero money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, zero money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. Come see the all-new Professional Pharmacy, now in the new location at 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs. Come shop their newer and larger pharmacy showroom and use their convenient drive-through window. And as always, you'll receive friendly hometown service. Since 1998, Professional Pharmacy in Bowling Springs has been providing you with efficient and fast service to meet all of your medication needs. Make the all-new Professional Pharmacy your pharmacy. Now in the new location at 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs. And be sure to like them on Facebook too. Call 704-434-9897 today. Do you know what Putnam Distributor sells? Auto parts, truck parts, stuff for all sorts of equipment, plus 25 brands of motor oil, hydraulic fluids, filters, batteries, even nuts and bolts, and all at low, low prices. Putnam Distributors is located in downtown Patterson Springs, just 5 minutes from Kmart and the Cleveland Mall. Go south on Highway 226 or Highway 180 and just follow the signs. Putnam's prices are low on everything and for everybody. Call 704-487-9395 or visit them online at PutnamDistributors.com.
Welcome back to the Prep Scoreboard Show, only on KTC Broadcasting, WCSL 1590 AM and 92.3 FM. You heard the Carolina basketball game right now, or just a little while ago. Got the Carolina Hurricanes and the Florida Panthers. That's what I'm watching here in the studio right now. You're listening to this on WLON and WOHS. For WLON, it's 1050 AM and 107.5 FM, 101.5 FM, and 1390 AM if you're listening to WOHS. I want to give a big shout out to head coach of the Highland Tech Rams, Blake McLemore, sending in a score. We had the final for Lincoln Charter. Their season comes to a close. 71-53, they fall to North Stanley. Good season up there in Denver for Coach Gabriel. His son Jackson is, I believe, committed to Lees McRae. Lees McRae's getting a lot of really good athletes from around here. We talked about that on the Saturday morning show this morning. Let's see, what else? I'm going to go over the basketball scores one more time, then I'm going to go over our baseball scores and standings here early in the season, the little bit of baseball that we've been able to play with all this rain. In the girls, one more time, Cuthbertson 58, Kings Mountain 47, so end of the season for Coach Inman and his crew. Also, end of the season for Newton Conover as they fall to East Burke 77-56. Over in the boys, they'll keep on playing basketball in one part of Denver as East Lincoln wins over Wheatmore 81-63. Big shout out to Ken Link as him and Tim Johnson had the call tonight on WLON, sending in some stats. John Bean, 35 points and 4 assists. Sidney Dollar, no slouch, 25 points, 8 rebounds and 4 assists. And Justin Couthen with 13 points and 8 boards for the Mustangs. Moving on down, they will be taking on East Rutherford as the Cavaliers get a 75-64 win over Walkertown. You heard this one on WOHS. Kevin Hastings and Jason Saino on the call for Shelby's thrilling buzzer beater win, 56-54 Deshaun Christopher. You heard it. Kevin had a great call on it, double crossover, pulls up ball game. The three-pointer, 56-54. Shelby, they'll be taking on the very high-powered and very well-rounded Forest Hills basketball team out of Marshville. Just on the other side of Monroe and Wingate, 101-58. Forest Hills, no problem. They dispatch North Davidson without a problem. Rough night in Kings Mountain for Mountaineer fans. 66-51. The boys fall to Charlotte Catholic, and that's something obviously you don't want to hear it football season, and now you're going to have to hear it during basketball season. But obviously a great season and a lot of great high school careers coming to an end. And now we're going to be able to keep up with guys like Zeke Littlejohn and Kobe Pacehour as they move up to the next level. Obviously, love it for those guys. Southwest Guilford 88, Southern Guilford 59, and North Stanley 71, Lincoln Charter 53. Got a phone call. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back on KTC Broadcasting.
What are you, fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local Coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm riding...
Giving you trouble? Have no fear. Bill Shuford Heating and Air Conditioning is here, and they service all makes and models. Just call 704-484-0025. Bill Shuford Heating and Air has been Cleveland County's leader in home comfort since 1983, featuring American Standard heating and air conditioning systems. Visit them online at BillShufordHVAC.com. Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 213 Camel Street in Shelby. Ride today at Blanton Cars in Shelby, the new car alternative. Come on in today and ride today. Down payments start as low as $500. Come on in for all the details and check out the huge selection of late model cars, trucks, SUVs, and more. Shop online at BlantonCars.com. Ride today at Blanton Cars in Shelby, the new car alternative. Visit the locations today, 325 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby and at 1711 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Blanton Cars in Shelby.
Welcome back to the Prep Scoreboard Show. I am Carson Dockery along with you. Got Ken Link on the line if I've done everything correctly. Ken, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Ken, how was your game? Obviously, no problem East Lincoln having with Wheatmore 81-63. The stats that you sent me, I mean, it sounded like John Bean just absolutely went off for 35 points and 4 assists. Sidney Dollar puts up 25 points, and he's not even the leading scorer. I mean, just talk about this win for the Mustangs.
Being unfortunately, Dollar got in foul trouble in the first half, picked up 2, sat down for a while, came back, tried to play some more in the second quarter and picked up his third and had to sit down. But Beam was so hot, it didn't seem to matter as far as the offense. He scored 21 of his 35 in the first half.
Wow.
He was hitting three-pointers, and he is also, when they came out on him, he was very aggressively driving to the basket and finishing, which I haven't seen him that aggressive offensively all year. They had the range, the big guy in the middle for Whitmore was a good ball player, and they had another guy in there as sort of a husky player. Range is about 6'6", and they had a guy probably 6'4", and really looked like a linebacker of some sort. And they were pretty tough inside, but that range kid has scored over 30 points and had over 20 rebounds in the first 2 playoff games.
Wow.
But they held him to 20 tonight and also did an excellent job on the board. So they get a good job on this guy. He's a good ball player. But and then the second half, Bean continued to stay hot, and then Sidney Dollar went off, and he scored. He only had 4 at halftime. He scored 21 in the second half. So you had 2 players red hot tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah, go right ahead, Ken.
Kuthan had 14, so they had 3 big scores in there most of the night.
Well, Kuthan is a guy that, talking to Hunter, guys that have seen him, they say Kuthan, he's as good a ball player as you're going to see up in Lincoln County or just anywhere around. He's a guy that's just so smooth. It seems like everything comes really easy to him. Just talk a little bit about Justin Kuthan.
Well, he's an excellent player. He's very smart around the basket, good hands, excellent footwork, very polished, very poised, doesn't get excited, doesn't look flashy, but just very effective once he gets the ball inside, no wasted motion. And as I said, I think he had 10 in the first half and 4 in the second half. And he was battling the big boy down low. And he still had a great game, had a lot of rebounds, but he didn't have to quite score as much tonight. But he's an excellent player, and they had to contend with him and Dollar inside, and it was too much for them when they also got Beam going off as well. So I think they have an excellent shot to get to the Western Regional. I know East Rutherford won tonight. What was that score?
75-64, they take down Walkertown.
Okay. So they'll have them Tuesday night. And then Shelby, I guess, will be playing Forest Hills.
Yeah, Forest Hills is a team that, I mean, they put up 101 tonight. They had to running clock in the third-round playoff game. This is a team, I mean, we don't know a whole lot about them, you know, specifically, but, I mean, they look dominant just on paper.
Well, we saw them, Tim and I saw them last year when they knocked East Lincoln out in the 4th round.
Yeah.
They have a lot of those same players back. They got a 6'7" guy who was a freshman last year and was a starter. They got a guy, his name is Rory. He's about a 5'9" point guard. Remind me of Joe Burry of UNC. Burry, strong to the basket, just a good, solid player. And they've got some other players. When I look at the roster, I recognize 4 or 5 names that was on that team last year that played well. So they're legit. They're the challenge I think East Lincoln will have to get through if they get a chance to win the state championship.
All right, Ken, just want to ask you about one more thing before I let you out of here. Some Lincoln County basketball. Lincoln Charter season comes to an end tonight. They fought in North Stanley 71-53. Obviously, I mean, it's a little bit of a different feel. It's a charter school. It's 1A. I mean, do you have any thoughts about Lincoln Charter? They obviously just ran roughshod through that Southern Piedmont 1A conference. I mean, do you have anything to say about them?
Well, they have an excellent team, but they're going to run across some really good charter schools, Bishop McGinnis and some of those others. And
Winston-Salem.
They lost a very good player from last year's team. I would say it'd be a little bit long shot for them to win a state title. I think they'll go deep in the playoffs, but they're going to hit one of those other charter teams I think is more of a powerhouse, and I'm not sure they can make it all the way through this year.
All right, Ken. Well, I appreciate you calling in.
Obviously, we'll see you at East Lincoln as they are going to keep on moving down the field, and we'll see you probably Tuesday as East Lincoln's going to take on East Rutherford.
Yeah, and we'll bring that to you Tuesday night on WLON.
All right, Ken. Thank you, man. Have a good one.
Okay, you too.
All right, that was Ken Link. He was on the call for East Lincoln and Wheatmore. That's an 81-63 winner, as he talked about. John Bean goes for 35 points, 21 of it in the first half. Sidney Dollar picks up the slack in the second half after only scoring 4 in the first half, goes off for 21 in the final 2 periods. One more time, believe we're going to have Kevin Hastings call in here in just a little bit. Want to go over the scores one more time, then we'll take a commercial break. I'll get Kevin set up, and then we'll talk to him about his exciting game, Shelby and Mount Heritage. We'll start off with that score, Shelby 56, Mount Heritage 54. We gave you just now the East Lincoln 81-63 winner over Wheatmore. On the girls' side, Cuthbertson 58, Kings Mountain 47. Lady Mountaineers season comes to an end. East Burke 77, Newton Conover 56. Their season comes to an end as well. East Rutherford 75, Walkertown 64. The Cavaliers are going to be taking on the Mustangs of East Lincoln next round. Forest Hills, no problem with North Davidson 101-58. Charlotte Catholic takes down the Mountaineers. Both Mountaineer basketball teams seasons end tonight. 66-51 Catholic over Kings Mountain on the boys' side. And North Stanley 71, Lincoln Charter 53, as one team in Denver keeps on keeping on and one's season ends tonight. Going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back with Kevin Hastings. He's going to talk about Shelby and Mountain Heritage only on the Prep Scoreboard Show on KTC Broadcasting.
Clover Street in Shelby and Professional Pharmacy on East College Avenue in Bowling Springs. Bring your prescription transfers to your hometown locally owned pharmacies. All you need is your prescription bottle for your transfer. So if you've been a Kmart Pharmacy customer, you are invited to transfer your prescriptions over to Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street in Shelby, and Professional Pharmacy, 139 East College Avenue in Bowling Springs. Your locally owned and operated hometown pharmacies. Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay 0 money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, 0 money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. Come see the all-new Professional Pharmacy, now in the new location at 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs. Come shop their newer and larger pharmacy showroom and use their convenient drive-through window. And as always, you'll receive friendly hometown service. Since 1998, Professional Pharmacy in Bowling Springs has been providing you with efficient and fast service to meet all of your medication needs. Make the all-new Professional Pharmacy your pharmacy. Now in the new location at 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs. And be sure to like them on Facebook too. Call 704-434-9897 today. Do you know what Putnam Distributor sells? Auto parts, truck parts, stuff for all sorts of equipment, plus 25 brands of motor oil, hydraulic fluids, filters, batteries, even nuts and bolts, and all at low, low prices. Putnam Distributors is located in downtown Patterson Springs, just 5 minutes from Kmart and the Cleveland Mall. Go south on Highway 226 or Highway 180 and just follow the signs. Putnam's prices are low on everything and for everybody. Call 704-487-9395 or visit them online at PutnamDistributors.com. At Renato Kia in Shelby, servicing your vehicle is never a hassle. Their team of expert technicians ensure that your vehicle is serviced the right way the first time. Plus, Renato Kia offers pickup and delivery from your home or office up to 25 miles, plus service loaners and appointments on Saturdays. Enjoy their showroom with Wi-Fi, snacks, and coffee. Also express service, and you can get in and back to your life. Visit Renato Kia today. Best service, best prices, best selection, one location. Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall.
Welcome back to the Prep Scoreboard Show. Carson Dockery along with you. Going to have Kevin Hastings on here in just a little bit to talk about Shelby and Mountain Heritage. Going to go over some area baseball scores first. Going to start in the Southern Piedmont 1A. Not too many, no teams really into their conference schedule yet. Had 4 teams in action from the Southern Piedmont 1A over the past couple weeks. Lincoln Charter and Cherryville both 1-0 to start the season. And 0-1 starts for Piedmont Community Charter and Bessemer City. Bessemer City falling to Burns 11-0. Recently, over this past week, Piedmont Community Charter falling to Carolina International School 10-3. Cherryville winners over East Lincoln 5-3. That's a good game right there. That one going to extra innings. And Lincoln Charter no problem with Maiden 10-0. Coming up this week, your upcoming games in the Southern Piedmont 1A on Monday, Piedmont Charter is going to take a very, very short drive right down New Hope Road to take on the Ashbrook Green Wave. Lincoln Charter is going to travel to Piedmont Community Charter on Tuesday. Also on Tuesday, Highland Tech at Cherryville. Thomas Jefferson Classical at Bessemer City on Tuesday as well. Moving into the South Fork 2A baseball standings. Had a couple more teams that have had some activity. Bandy's 1-0, West Lincoln 2-0, North Lincoln 1-0, Lake Norman Charter 2-0, and then on the bottom half, Newton Conover 0-1, East Lincoln 0-1, and Maiden 0-1. On the recent games, West Lincoln 5, Fred T. Ford 4. That was this past week. Lake Norman Charter 11, Queens Grant 3. West Lincoln 18, Eastburg 0 earlier this week as well. And then our upcoming games this week on Tuesday, Bandy's at Lake Norman Charter. Lincolnton at North Lincoln on Tuesday as well. West Lincoln at East Lincoln. That'll be a good rivalry game over in Denver on Tuesday. And Maiden at Newton Conover on Tuesday as well. Moving into the Southwestern 2A baseball standings. 2-0 start. Good start for East Rutherford. 1-0 start for Chase. And talking to Tom Sinafani the other day, he said they are a very improved baseball club. East Gaston at 1-0. RS Central at 1-0. And South Point at 0-1. Shelby yet to get a game under their belt. Also, a couple other teams yet to play a game yet. Lincolnton has not played a game yet. And Thomas Jefferson and Highland Tech have yet to play their first games. So back to the Southwestern 2A, this past week. Chase, coming up this week on Tuesday, we've got East Gaston at Chase, Shelby at RS Central, South Point at East Rutherford. Moving into the Big South 3A. Burns with a hot 1-0 start. Stuart Kramer at 2-0, Crest at 1-0, and Kings Mountain at 1-0. Then the bottom half, Ashbrook 0-1, Forest View 0-1, Hunter Huss and North Gaston yet to play their first games of the season. As I mentioned earlier, 11-0, no problem for Burns Bessemer City at Burns. The Bulldogs with no problem with Yellow Jackets. Stuart Kramer 10, Mountain Island Charter 0. That's a little bit of a rivalry over there in the Mount Holly, Cramerton, Belmont area. Kings Mountain 16, South Point 6, as I mentioned earlier. And then coming up this week in the Big South 3A, Piedmont Community Charter at Ashbrook, North Gaston at Huss, Stuart Kramer at Kings Mountain, and Forest View at Crest. All 4 of those games coming up on Tuesday. Let's see. What about our scores? I want to give you our basketball scores one more time. I'm going to take another quick commercial break and figure out exactly when the man, the myth, the legend, Kevin Hastings is going to call in and give you our basketball scores one more time before we take another commercial break. Cuthbertson 58, Kings Mountain 47, Eastburg 77, Newton Conover 56. Those are your 2 girls' scores in the area tonight. Excuse me. On the boys' side, East Lincoln 81, Wheatmore 63. John Bean with 35 points, 4 assists. Sidney Dollar 25 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and Justin Couthen 13 points and 8 rebounds. They'll be taking on East Rutherford after they win over Walkertown 75-64. Shelby with the buzzer beater, Deshaun Christopher 11 points and the game winner, 56-54 winners over Mountain Heritage, and DeQuan George 17 points as well. That sort of hockey style 2-line change really, I mean, it works for Shelby because they've got so much depth, and then you can just let the guys run. Don't worry about fatigue really, or fouls that much, to be quite honest, when you're playing 10 deep. Southwest Guilford 88, Southern Guilford 59, and Charlotte Catholic 66. Kings Mountain 51. Catholic's going to be taking on Southwest Guilford. North Stanley 71. Lincoln Charter 53. Going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, only on KTC Broadcasting.
To learn, to belong, a place to forge their future.
You can change a child's future. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
You can open doors for children to have great futures at the Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland County. Visit us at 412 West Sumter Street or at greatfutures.org.
Flu shots are now available at the Falston Pharmacy, at Allen Drug Store in Stanley, and at Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville. All 3 stores can bill Medicaid, along with Medicare and Blue Cross Blue Shield. And at all 3 stores, you can now find Little Beekeeper from Lincolnton. It's great for allergies. And local elderberry to help fight off colds, flu, and allergies. Plus local honey, too. The Falston Pharmacy on Highway 18 North in Falston, Allen Drug Store, Main Street in Stanley, and Medical Center Pharmacy on East Academy Street in Cherryville. Smiles are the specialty at Family Dentistry in Shelby. Dr. Stroud, Wilson, Thompson, and McCurry invite you in for all of your dental needs, from preventive care to cosmetic dentistry, from crowns and bridges to root canals and implants. For your appointment, call 704-482-3281 or visit the website at shelbydentist.net. Yes, smiles are the specialty at Family Dentistry in Shelby, located at 46.
Best man for a guy he didn't even know. He's never used a snooze button. The unstoppable train comfort specialist. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Your train dealer is Forest City Heated and Air at 457 South Broadway Street in Forest City. Call 828-245-1379. Remember, it's hard to stop a train. With CF Moto, you have the power to conquer more. From Rocky Creek beds to colossal mud pits to wooded mountainsides, CF Moto high-performance vehicles rip through the toughest terrain with ease. Outfitted with custom-designed, liquid-cooled 4-stroke engines and an unmatched assortment of standard features, the CF Moto ATVs and Side-X sides do more than crush trailheads. CF Moto, available now at Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Come in now and save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages, refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwave ovens. Let Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center put a package together for you. Again, save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages. Buy more, save more. At Hendrick Appliance Shelby, you'll find over 100 years of combined motorcycle experience. So they must be doing something right. If you're in the market for a new bike, trike, or four-wheeler, or Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Why service your vehicle at Renato Honda in Shelby? Well, the answer is simple. Their Honda Masters certified technicians aim to make your life easier with pickup and delivery up to 25 miles. Service loaners are available, plus Saturday hours to fit your busy schedule. The Renato Honda team provides premium upkeep, for both your vehicle and you, with Wi-Fi, snacks and coffee, and a clean showroom to browse around. Enjoy getting your vehicle service at Renato Honda. Best service, best prices, best selection, one location. Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall. Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory is Shelby's favorite locally owned family pizza restaurant. Come and see why. Jammin' Jay's features a pizza buffet and salad bar, and they've got a fantastic game room. Call for information on birthday parties, 704-600-6182. And now Jammin' Jay's has gluten-free pizza with any topping. Also on the menu is vegan cheese pizza with any topping, and even liver mush pizza. Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory, 1011 Grove Street, just off Highway 74 bypass, behind the Golden Corral in Shelby. That's Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory.
From Shelby, turn off Highway 74 at Highway 226, up Highway 226 to the caution light at Zion Church Road. There on the corner is Kibo's. Been there for over 20 years. Kibo's, where you'll find Hunt Brothers Pizza, snacks, candy, chips, also soft drinks, hand-dipped and packaged ice cream, bread, tobacco products, and much more. Yes, that's Kibo's. And don't forget to fill that vehicle up with gasoline at Kibo's, 226 North at the caution light in Shelby.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Attention Kmart Pharmacy customers. You are welcome at Medical Arts Pharmacy on Grover Street in Shelby and Professional Pharmacy on East College Avenue in Bowling Springs. Bring your prescription transfers to your hometown locally owned pharmacies. All you need is your prescription bottle for your transfer. So if you've been a Kmart Pharmacy customer, you are invited to transfer your prescriptions over to Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street in Shelby, and Professional Pharmacy, 139 East College Avenue in Bowling Springs. Your locally owned and operated hometown pharmacies. Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay zero money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, zero money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. Come see the all-new Professional Pharmacy, now in the new location at 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs. Come shop their newer and larger pharmacy showroom and use their convenient drive-through window. And as always, you'll receive friendly hometown service. Since 1998, Professional Pharmacy in Bowling Springs has been providing you with efficient and fast service to meet all of your medication needs. Make the all-new Professional Pharmacy your pharmacy. Now in the new location at 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs. And be sure to like them on Facebook too. Call 704-434-9897 today. Do you know what Putnam Distributor sells? Auto parts, truck parts, stuff for all sorts of equipment, plus 25 brands of motor oil, hydraulic fluids, filters, batteries, even nuts and bolts, and all at low, low prices. Putnam Distributors is located in downtown Patterson Springs, just 5 minutes from Kmart and the Cleveland Mall. Go south on Highway 226 or Highway 180 and just follow the signs. Putnam's prices are low on everything and for everybody. Call 704-487-9395 or visit them online at PutnamDistributors.com. At Renato Kia in Shelby, servicing your vehicle is never a hassle. Their team of expert technicians ensure that your vehicle is serviced the right way the first time. Plus, Renato Kia offers pickup and delivery from your home or office up to 25 miles, plus service loaners and appointments on Saturdays. Enjoy their showroom with Wi-Fi, snacks, and coffee. Also express service, and you can get in and back to your life. Visit Renato Kia today. Best service, best prices, best selection, one location. Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall.
S&M Sports Shop is your dealer for Under Armour sports apparel in Cleveland County. Come by and see the selection of Under Armour shirts, shorts, shoes, socks, and sunglasses. S&M is also your team outfitter for all local schools in whatever sport you play. They have letter jackets for all local high schools. Plus, S&M is your headquarters for Oakley Sunglasses. For all your athletic needs, go to S&M Sports Shop. They're located at 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby.
You'll find a little bit of everything at Shelby Hardware. Come see their selection of sleds. There's plenty of old man winter left. You'll find flexible flyers, plastic disc sleds, snowboards, and more. Plus case knives, college and NFL flags, doormats, lodge cookware, caribou and orca coolers and tumblers. Plus pellet and lump coal charcoal grills by Primo and Louisiana Grill, and White Mountain ice cream freezers. So slide into Shelby Hardware, 506 South Lafayette Street in Shelby.
Winter weather can be rough on your car. Now, we've always thought of S&R Auto Sales in Shelby as your pre-owned vehicle headquarters, but don't forget about the S&R Auto Sales detail shop. Pickup and delivery is available. Take it from me. They'll do the best job ever, inside and out. For your next vehicle, see S&R Auto Sales in Shelby and keep your car looking great with a visit to the S&R Auto Sales detail shop, both located at 417 South Post Road in Shelby. For over 100 years, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home in Falston has been providing services to families of our community with care and compassion. And now the Stamey Funeral Home has added the Cremation Center along with a new name, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center on Highway 182 in Falston, and the Stamey Funeral Home in Cherryville, located on Dixie Street in Cherryville, serving you with care and compassion in your time of need. If you're one of the many elderly residents of Cleveland County, the Transportation Administration of Cleveland County and Cleveland County Transit is here for you, transporting the elderly and disabled residents of Cleveland County with safe, dependable transportation with professional drivers. All vans are ADA compliant with wheelchair lifts. Cleveland County Transit offers a big city-style bus service in a small van with 34 stops in Shelby. For more information, call Cleveland County Transit at 704-482-6465 for more information.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Oh, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail. Has your old heated and air conditioning system been giving you trouble? Have no fear. Bill Shuford Heated and Air Conditioning is here, and they service all makes and models. Just call 704-484-0025. Bill Shuford Heated and Air has been Cleveland County's leader in home comfort since 1983, featuring American Standard heated and air conditioning systems. Visit them online at BillShufordHVAC.com. Bill Shuford Heated and Air, 213 Camel Street in Shelby. Ride today at Blanton Cars in Shelby, the new car alternative. Come on in today and ride today. Down payments start as low as $500. Come on in for all the details and check out the huge selection of late model cars, trucks, SUVs, and more. Shop online at BlantonCars.com. Ride today at Blanton Cars in Shelby, the new car alternative. Visit the locations today, 325 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby and at 1711 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Blanton Cars in Shelby. I'm Calvin Hastings for Renato Auto Mall Smart Service. What smart service, you say? Smart service is, to put it simple, speed, quality, and competitive pricing. Renato Auto Mall has brought back many of the old-time quality procedures and added some more. You get fast service oil changes, plus tire rotation, plus lube, and then they'll clean your glass and give your car a wash, all while you wait. Now that's smart service, speed, quality, and competitive pricing at Renato Auto Mall, where you get service at a high level of efficiency and speed. Located at 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall.
We're here because your mother doesn't trust anyone else. Your daughter just got her license. Your son needs a dependable car for school. Or maybe you just appreciate honesty, which is exactly what you get at Classic Ford of Shelby. Whether shopping for one of our 200 new Fords in stock or one of our quality pre-owned vehicles starting as low as $3,000, you get honest service at a hometown price. Welcome to our family. Classic Ford of Shelby, the hometown store that gives you more.
former club members Denzel Washington and Jennifer Lopez for the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future.
You can change a child's future. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
You can.
Welcome back to the Prep Scoreboard Show. Carson Dockery along with you, and we have the man himself, Kevin Hastings, if I've done everything correctly. Kevin, you there? I can hear you.
It would help
if I unmuted you on the board.
Yeah, let's do that. How about that? Is that better?
Oh, yeah, no, that's beautiful now.
All right, well, thank you. I'm just sitting here in a nice negligee. I mean, oh, you know, you didn't say I was beautiful. You didn't say I was beautiful. Okay.
For that kind of, if I'm on the phone and somebody's talking like that, I assume I'm gonna have to pay $5.99 a minute. And
As I say, that's gonna cost you, Carson. All right, guys. I'm just got home tonight and come back from the Shelby game, and what a game it was. I wish we could have got you the last play on video. I had my phone and everything ready and everything, and the crowd, with the 10 seconds in the game, decided that they were going to line the baseline right in front of us. So I don't know if you've ever done a basketball game in Carson when that happens, but it's not fun for the announcers, and then I couldn't get a good shot of the video, but I could see the play, and it's just an outstanding play from Deshaun Christopher. I saw a few replays on Twitter from the other angle. I told Jason on the replay, on the post game show, that I didn't think that. I thought Deshaun shot it too, and then on the replay, it does look like his foot was on the line. I thought he was well inside the line, but anyway, his foot might have been on the line. But it didn't matter anyway. They won by one. Yeah, they'd have won by one instead of two. I was surprised by the poise from the junior to pull a jumper in that situation, because usually when you're down 1 point, you kind of just want to take it to the rack and hope something happens and kind of make something happen. And he's a good finisher, and so, I mean, it's not surprising that he hit the shot. Don't get me wrong on that. It surprised me that he just went ahead and pulled it. It's a type of play you usually see from a senior leader, and usually the go-to man on the team. Deshaun is the sixth man really on the team and runs the second unit.
Yeah.
So he's not exactly. I mean, and he said in the post-game show, Carson, that the coach called the play for him. He said, after get the ball to Deshaun and get the wall, get out of the way. I mean, so how many coaches or how many teams or how many players with 8 seconds on the clock, the coach calls the play and says, "Hey, get it to the sixth man."
I mean, I can't think of a team.
I mean, that's what they did.
Yeah.
I mean, and so he hit the jumper, and he was surrounded. Everybody in the crowd for Shelby, surrounded him in about 3 seconds, and then the Mountain Heritage folks, they were just shocked, stunner. And I'll tell you this, and I guess I stuck my foot in my mouth before the game. The Mountain Heritage announcer sat down next to us, and we were kind of talking about the crowd size or whatever. I just assumed, as far as they had to come, and this not the Shelby not being a big matchup for them, that this might not be that big of a crowd. And Mountain Heritage.
Oh, you could hear.
I don't know what bus they came in on, Carson, but they had to take 2 or 3. Because that whole side was packed out,
I mean,
and Shelby was too, but they brought a crowd.
I mean, I could hear in that last possession.
When Shelby had the ball, you could hear the crowd, chanting defense. And I'm like, this is a Shelby home game, right?
Yeah. And so there was some, I know for you cheerleading fans out there, I got some fun on that. There was a lot of cheer-offs to where,
oh, yeah.
Usually, and I don't know the exact rules and how they work out. From my understanding is, when one of them actually performs at mid-court, the other one is quiet, right?
Yeah.
That did not happen tonight. While one was at mid-court, the other one was cheering too. So there was no. It was a wonderful atmosphere as far as both teams going back and forth. There was a lot of smack talking. Nobody really pushed or shoved each other. There was probably 10 tie-ups almost. I didn't write it down, but there was a lot of tie-ups and a lot of people thrown to the floor in the tie-ups, but nobody really got up and shoved anybody. So I was, proud and I was happy of everybody for that because it was a very physical ball game. And I'm going to tell you, folks, that Mountain Heritage team, they only had 9 players playing. And to take Shelby to the wire with only 9 players, it don't matter how many goods you have, because Shelby runs 10 at you.
Yeah.
And all 9 of those players that you play have to be good enough to survive that press and what they do. And Mountain Heritage, Carson, their offense, it was not a 2019 shoot 3-pointer offense. Now in the second half, they probably fired off about twice as many threes they did in the first half, but they did a lot of ball movement, player movement, a lot of screens, and coaches would like the movements that they had. And as soon as one of them got a lane, they just took it to the rack like you're at the playground, old school style, and they dared you to foul them, and there was a lot of that tonight. And both teams were in double digits at the end, so all around good game for Shelby. They probably should have won by 10.
They went into that fourth quarter up by 10, and then Mountain Heritage puts together a run that I don't think any of us saw it coming.
Well, they hit those couple of threes, and that's what. And then Shelby had a couple turnovers there back and forth, and there was a couple, say bad or terrible calls, but there was one that was tipped that Shelby should have kept the ball in their end of the court. They gave them. And I think the very next play there was a tie up. There's 2 or 3 possessions in a row where Shelby didn't score, and they knocked down the threes, and then all of a sudden that 10-point lead is gone.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what happened with that. And then Mountain Heritage tonight hit their free throws, and that's exactly what you got to do. So. Shout out to them on that. Wish we could have done it on video. Would have been awesome. But on the radio is all here in the playoffs. So Tuesday, that means we're going to Forest Hills. I do not know who the announcers will be, who will be able to make it. I've got to talk to about I think Hunter might have said he was available for that.
Yeah.
Hunter may be in Forest Hills Tuesday night for that, and but we also have, you said, East Lincoln and East Rutherford, right?
East Lincoln, no problem really with Wheatmore, and then East Rutherford, I believe, an 11-point 75-64 win over Walkertown.
So if I saw Forest Hills had a big score too,
101-58, yeah.
101 points.
They had they had a running clock on
in the third round.
In the third round,
yeah.
And they win by 40 in the third round. So, that's pretty good. I would say you got to take that team seriously. So, Shelby has got some work to do. The good news for Shelby, I think, Carson, what will help them is actually have an extra day to prepare.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's Tuesday, you got to practice, and then Thursday practice, Saturday, and then now they get Sunday to rest. That'll give Coach Holyfield a time to look over some tape, and he's a really good coach, and I'm sure he always has a good game plan for these. The first 4 minutes of the game today was so exciting with Shelby just holding the ball and Mountain Heritage sitting in the 1-3-1 staring at him, and Coach Holyfield just sat there with his hands on his knees watching it like there was something happening. he made the call, and it was an old standoff there. The coaches pretty much just staring at each other. But that started the game off quite fun with that. So I'm excited for Tuesday. I'd be really excited for a East Lincoln Shelby matchup in Hickory next Saturday.
I would be too.
All right, Carson, what we got? The Kings Mountain lost, right? So we're down to the East.
Both Kings Mountain teams lost.
So we're down to East and
Shelby,
right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, what do we got on the schedule tomorrow?
Let's see. Tomorrow we've got the Pennzoil 400 at 2:30 on WCSL, and we've got Portland
taking on Charlotte tomorrow in a matinee matchup.
I believe
it's listed at 1. I'm not sure if it's been sort of flexed, if that's the term
that they use in the NBA, to 3. Either way, it'll be Portland and Charlotte on WOHS and WLON.
Our schedule and ESPN both says 1 o'clock. So I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, I will too.
That's weird for me. I've got to go to that game, and I'm glad I looked at that today. I'm like, oh gosh, I guess I'm going for lunch tomorrow. I'll be tweeting from it on KTC broadcast if anybody wants to follow. I'll try to get some interviews after that from some of the Trailblazers. Carson, your Hurricanes just won in overtime.
Yeah, they did.
Sebastian Aho
has the potential, and I know this is just going on a tangent, has the potential to be the best Finnish hockey player ever.
The best Finnish
Yes.
hockey player
Yeah.
ever. I
That's
can't
a
name.
that's a hot take that literally no one will understand.
I was about to say I don't even know who you're trying to who number 2 is in your opinion, but I don't even know. So I can only name a few.
I'll give you one fun fact though about Forest Hills. Forest Hills.
Yager. You ain't talking about Yager, are you?
No, Jaromir Jagr. I'm pretty sure he's.
Where's he from?
I want to think he's Swedish. I'm not 100% on that. But I got a fun fact for you for Forest Hills. So Forest Hills is basically in Marshville, on the other side of Wingate, on the other side of Monroe. So it's a little haul. But that is the hometown of Randy Travis.
Is he playing the halftime show?
Well, we can only hope, really. And what you really need to look for, his actual
last name on his birth certificate is Traywick. Traywick. So if you see somebody in the lineup whose last name is Traywick,
just start humming, like, 3 wooden crosses or something at him.
Dig it up, Bones.
Yeah,
Dig it
there
up.
it is. That's your bumper music all night. It's just Randy Travis.
And well, and what's funny for Randy Travis, most people either love it. He's one of those love or hate type artists. So some people don't like the voice at all, and then other people can listen to it all and go to sleep to it.
Personally, I love Randy Travis. I'll be honest.
That's funny. I did not expect that take from you tonight, Carson. I will say, I will put that down in my Carson Dockery memory bank. On that,
Randy Travis fan.
Oh,
check.
Goodness. That's funny. All right, so Tuesday we'll have basketball. I think we may have Cherryville Army baseball as well Tuesday night. But I don't know who the announcers will be for the Shelby game. Folks, just stay tuned on Facebook and on Twitter for the announcements, for game announcements. And then, as always, you can listen on ktcbroadcasting.com, folks. That's the most important thing. The easiest way to tell anybody, we can tell you how to get to YouTube and get to this page or that page. So a few steps. But if you go to ktcbroadcasting.com, at the very top of the page is a big green button. Click here to listen live. You can click that bad boy on your phone, your tablet, your laptop, whatever, and you can listen to all 3 stations. You just filter through what you want to listen to there and hit the play button and listen to us. That's probably the easiest way. On video, when we do video, just go to YouTube and type in KTC Broadcasting. You can find us there. Carson, any other news and notes that I might have missed today? I was doing the game and everything. You sent me most of the stuff, but
yeah, that's really about it.
How about what you did?
It was their senior day for men's and women's. They took on Lincoln Memorial. The women and the men both won. Lincoln Memorial, I don't know if you know this. Lincoln Memorial is one of the best Division II basketball programs in the country.
They're a team that constantly gets Division I transfers, guys that are moving down, that are trying to move back up. It's sort of like a last chance of you kind of place. But the men's game was fantastic. I mean, LMU led for most of the first half. After the start of the second half,
LR comes back and puts together a really big run. They go up by as many as 13. It's a lot like the Shelby game tonight. They go up by as many as 13.
LMU goes on a run again. They take a lead within the last couple minutes.
And then LR has to make one more run, and then they eventually get the win, 3-point win, 58-55 in the men's game.
That sounds like a fun time up there, bud.
It wasn't bad. And that's where we're going to have some regional games, too. So, hopefully we'll get to go up there. And, that's a good environment, especially for high school basketball, as opposed to like when I was at Huss and we went to regionals. You went all the way to Greensboro. You played
essentially in an airplane hangar that was huge.
Lenore Ryan and CVCC, they'll be it's a tighter atmosphere. The gym will fill up and it'll be loud, and that's good. That's part of the draw. I feel like to high school sports is that atmosphere.
Right. It's also what about 45 minutes to an hour, maybe even more than that, longer, less of a drive.
East Lincoln people, that's probably 30 minutes. Shelby, it's not too much more than that. All you're doing is getting on 321 and driving
about
north.
45, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Well, Carson, we complain in football, and a lot of times they don't get some locations right, but you're feeling better about that.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to Lenore-Ryan basketball, I don't think. And now I'm not saying before I was 13 I'm going to go back to there. Maybe before then I did, but as far as I know, I've never been to the basketball gym at Lenore-Ryan. I've been to CVCC 1,000 times, played in there. I tell you, one quick nugget on CVC. I didn't like and don't like as a shooter, and it's something you may have never even thought about, Carson. But is that you think about it, you're in a high school gym. The basketball goal is 99% of basketball gyms connected to the back wall.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say if you're at home, well, the basketball goal is connected to a pole, connected to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to the beach, go anywhere else, go to the park, the basketball goal is connected to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
At CVCC and at Duke, if you'll notice, the goal is connected to the ceiling.
Well, that's how it is at LR. They've got the
okay.
They fold up, you know.
So both of them connected to the ceiling rather than connected to a wall or to the floor. And being connected to the and if you don't shoot, you'd never notice.
Mm.
But like it just gives you a depth perception, an eye perception that that seeing that 10-foot goal,
it looks
kind of perpendicular to something touching the ground.
Yeah.
As opposed to touching the ceiling, hanging from the ceiling. It to me that it takes a few shots to figure out that goal. It just looks higher to me, and from a depth perception. I've always thought that. Now maybe it don't to other people, but just always something to think about. It may take some shooters. It may take a minute in some of these gyms, the first quarters, to get warmed up, and some of them may never figure it out. Because to me, it does. It just messes with my eyes personally.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It's just something to look at when you get there.
Yeah, exactly right.
If you'll think, you don't see any pros playing with the goal hooked to the ceiling, do you?
Not that I can remember.
Yeah, it's hooked to the ground. The big giant goals on the floor.
Oh
so
yeah, with the big stanchion and everything.
Right. All right. It's I guess time for you to go. You can wrap it up. Get the scores for everybody else. Have a good night. See you. I don't know when I'll see you again, but I'll see everybody probably maybe Tuesday night or something.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you for calling in, Kevin.
All right, Carson. Tomorrow, NASCAR and Charlotte Hornets on KTC.
You're exactly right on WCSL and WOHS and WLON.
All right, so that
was Kevin Hastings calling in. He was at Shelby and Mountain Heritage. Got the buzzer beater by Deshaun Christopher. 3-pointer, 56-54, your final. Like you said, I want to go over the finals one more time from basketball, then maybe talk a little bit about baseball, what's happened. We're going to go over that again, and then what's coming up. I did get a call from Tim Johnson a little bit ago. Since East Lincoln is going to be hosting East Rutherford on Tuesday, they have both a basketball and baseball game on Tuesday at East Lincoln. Baseball game has been moved up to 4 o'clock. The varsity baseball game has been moved up to 4 o'clock. Coach Mathieu wanted to do that so you're not having to split up between basketball and football. So as soon as that baseball game is over, go straight into the gym if you're going to go to that game. We're not going to be broadcasting the baseball game on WLON. It's going to be just the basketball game. 7 o'clock, baseball at 4 o'clock. And let's go over these basketball scores one more time. Let's hit the baseball, and then we're going to get out of here. For the girls, Cuthbertson ends Kings Mountain girls season 58-47. East Burke ending Newton Conover girls season 77-56. And the boys, East Lincoln will live to play on as they take down Wheatmore 81-63. John Bean with 35 points, Sidney Dollar with 25 points, and Justin Couthen with 13. They'll take on East Rutherford after the Cavaliers take down Walkertown 75-64. Shelby 56, Mountain Heritage 54. The Golden Lions are going to be taking on the very, very powerful, very well-rounded Forest Hills after they knock off North Davidson 101-58. Kings Mountain falls on the boys' side as well, 66-51, as the Mountaineers take the loss at the hands of Charlotte Catholic. And rounding out basketball, Lincoln Charter season also coming to an end with a 71-53 final score. Eagles falling to North Stanley. Let's go to the baseball side. Southern Piedmont 1A coming up this week on Monday. Piedmont Community Charter at Ashbrook. On Tuesday, Lincoln Charter at Piedmont Community Charter. Also on Tuesday, Highland School of Technology, Highland Tech at Cherryville on Tuesday. That one might be in WCSL. Going to have to get that one checked out. And Thomas Jefferson Classical at Bessemer City also on Tuesday in the Southern Piedmont 1A. South Fork 2A coming up this week. Got Bandy's at Lake Norman Charter on Tuesday. Lincolnton at North Lincoln on Tuesday. West Lincoln at East Lincoln. Remember, that game is at 4 o'clock. Go to that baseball game, then head right over to the gym for that 4th round playoff basketball action. And Maiden at Newton Conover also on Tuesday. In the Southwestern 2A, East Gaston at Chase on Tuesday. Shelby at RS Central on Tuesday. South Point at East Rutherford. Stuart Kramer at Kings Mountain on Tuesday. And Forest View at Crest also on Tuesday. So for myself, Carson Dockery, everybody here at KTC Broadcasting, it's been a long day. I am ready to go home and pet my dog and go to sleep. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Got some playoff basketball coming up, probably high school baseball. Hopefully we're going to have, well, not hopefully, we're going to have another prep scoreboard show, but hopefully we'll have some basketball still to talk about. Want to get into girls softball next week, maybe some girls soccer. Anything you have, anything you want to send, please send it to us at KTC Broadcasting, at What's Up Shopper, at all 30 of our Twitter accounts. Also send it to me at Carson Dockery. Follow all of our accounts and keep up with local sports. And I'll also put up random pictures of my dog just for you. So once again, for myself, Carson Dockery, everybody here at KTC Broadcasting, want to thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
One in the market for a new bike, trike, or four-wheeler, or